So this would be a projectile problem, and it states that a ball is thrown upward at 4 meters per second, starting from the ground level. All right. So how long does it take for the ball to return to the ground? And now step one, like we always do, is we need to understand the problem. That means we need to look at what is given and then check how we can compute and solve the problem. All right, so let's check the given. So the initial velocity is given 4 meters per second. And it is upward. That means we throw them. So it's actually upward, so it's not inclined. So we're throwing the ball not at an angle, but it will just be vertically upward at 4 meters per second. And so the initial velocity would be initial velocity is 4 meters per second. All right, that's stated in the problem here. It's 4 meters per second. The starting position is the ground level. That means the initial height is 0 because you start at the ground level. So the height is initially is 0. When it returns to the ground, so the ball starts at the height of 0, it goes up, then it goes down. That means the last height when the ball reaches the ground would be 0 again, right? There's no height, so it just reaches that. It reaches the ground at a height of course, 0, because it goes back to the ground level, right? And the acceleration is, of course, we know the acceleration, right? 9.8 meters per second squared. And it's, of course, downward, right? And what is required in the problem is the total time that the ball travels until it hits the ground. So once the ball leaves the ground, it goes up, it reaches a certain height, then it goes down, right? And what would be the total time traveled by the ball? So that is what the problem wants. The total time it travels from the ground, it goes up and returns to the ground. Now the next step is the most important one. I want you to remember your projectile equations, which I think you need to memorize, right? So here I listed the projectile formulas or equations that you need to remember, because we need to select which of these equations we should use, all right? And the motion equation that we should use is equation number 2. So that would be the motion equation that we will use. We will use the vertical motion equation. Distance, yt, traveled over time, is equal to the initial distance, initial velocity times time, minus 1/2. And of course, we have here the constant acceleration g, t squared, right? And of course, here we have the initial distance is 0 because it comes from the ground level. And the initial velocity is given, that's 4. And of course, the constant g. And I want you to substitute it to the equation. It would look like this once you substitute those given unknown numbers. Known, all right? And it would come up with like this. However, remember, we wanted to know the total time traveled by the ball. So what would be the total distance? The distance, we want this one to be 0 because the ball will be back to the ground. So we want yt, this one, to be 0. So we will equate it to 0. If we equate that to 0 here, that's the equation now, equated to 0. What is left there is the time. This time, right? T squared. So that means we can actually solve for t. All right, we can start by factoring t out. So So there's t over there, there's also t over there. We can start factoring it with this, right? And then what you could do, you can equate both factors to 0. So we can equate this one. So 4 minus 90, all right, can be equated to 0. And then you solve for t. And the value of t is 4 over 4.9. If you divide that, you can solve for t. T is equal to 0.8163 seconds. So that is actually the time of travel for the ball. So the ball starts from the ground, it reaches to the top, and then once it reaches the top, it goes down again and back to the ground. So that is the total time it takes the ball to return to the ground. Now let's interpret it. All right. So at time 0, it's in the ground, right? Then it goes up, it slows down, it stops at the top, and then it falls back to the ground. So we can actually compute the time for the ball to reach the top, right? We can use this formula, and then we can compute the time for the ball to travel from the ground to the very top. And the time is 4.408 seconds. So that is the time for the ball it takes to travel from the ground to its maximum height. All right? To the topmost. All right? 0.408. And since it's actually a symmetric motion, then the heights are the same, right? Therefore, we can just multiply, and the time would also be the same, right? Therefore, this is the time it takes to go up, and the time for it to go down, and the total time is 0.816 seconds, which is the time that we actually have computed, 0.8163 seconds. So the time for the ball to travel from the start, and then when it goes back to the ground. All right. If you have some questions, please leave a comment below, and I hope to see you again in my next video.